Welcome, friends. These principles of resilient thinking and Stoicism can help you cultivate inner resilience and emotional stability in various areas of life. Resilient thinking, inspired by Stoicism, can be achieved through the practice of specific principles. Immersing yourself in the world of Stoicism is a guiding thread to resilient thinking and wisdom. So, if you enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and ring the bell not to miss the next video. Number 1. Priority evaluation. This is a guide in the world of diverse tasks, reminding us of the importance of making wise choices and managing our time. It's not just philosophy, but a practical approach to creating balance and harmony in each of our lives. The Stoics invite us to view the world through the lens of what truly matters. This doesn't mean shirking responsibilities or abandoning ambitions. No, it's a call to mindfulness in allocating our time and efforts. Imagine, as a listener, that your desk is your life and tasks and obligations are scattered across it. The prioritization assessment principle emphasizes the need to choose what to focus on and what can wait. Stoics assert that not all tasks are equally important, and our goal is to identify those that genuinely matter to us. Consider this scenario. You find yourself in a situation with numerous tasks but limited time. The Stoics encourage us to ask ourselves, which of these tasks align with my values and personal goals? By analyzing your goals, you begin to highlight tasks that best align with your life's mission and values. It doesn't mean the other tasks are unimportant, but prioritizing helps you concentrate on what truly matters. Stoics motivate us to choose the tasks that genuinely give meaning to our lives and focus on them. This not only reduces stress and anxiety, but also helps build a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Number 2. Rule of amor fati. Translated from Latin, it means love of fate. These aren't empty words, but an entire approach to perceiving events, both positive and negative. The Stoics tell us not only to accept our fate, but to love it as part of the infinite order of things. According to Stoic teachings, our initial reaction should not be rejection, but acceptance. The rule of amor fati will teach us to see, even in difficult moments, something valuable and unique. Let's consider an example. You lost your job, and it seems like an incredible trial. The Stoics invite you not to fight against fate, but to consciously accept this change. Love of fate implies understanding that even in difficult moments, we have the opportunity to grow, learn, and discover new possibilities. The amor fati approach doesn't imply indifference to challenges. Instead, it suggests a deep emotional integration with our experience. Loving fate requires not battling windmills, but consciously choosing to accept events as they are. So, how do you apply this in everyday life? Imagine your plans crumble, and you face an unexpected challenge. Instead of plunging into the abyss of despair, the rule of amor fati suggests reevaluating your attitude. Ask yourself, what opportunities are opening up for me in this situation? Loving fate demands not only seeing the positive aspects of events, but also using them as a catalyst for personal development. It's the art of finding joy in the process, even if the outcome isn't exactly what you expected. Remember, amor fati doesn't mean giving up aspirations and plans. Instead, it's an invitation to harmonize with the flow of life, to understand that each moment has its unique value and contributes to our personal history. Number 3. Autonomy of the inner world. In Stoicism, it's an invitation to become the master of your soul and reactions. It emphasizes that the world around us may be unstable and unpredictable, but we possess the power and ability to control our reactions and inner world. At the core of this rule is the idea that our resilience is not dependent on external circumstances, but rather on how we perceive and react to them. The Stoics recommend us to be aware of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Instead of being prisoners of the external world, the rule of autonomy of the inner world will teach us to be the masters of our thoughts. This implies constant observation of our inner world, conscious acceptance of our emotions, and the ability to react to external events with wisdom. The process of achieving autonomy of the inner world begins with self-awareness. The Stoics suggest asking ourselves questions about why we feel certain emotions, what beliefs guide us, and how we react to stressful situations. This awareness of our reactions helps create space between stimulus and response, where we can choose how we want to react. The Stoics also teach us to differentiate between what is within our control and what is not. We cannot control the external world or the actions of others, but we can always choose how we react to these events. This differentiation allows us to manage our inner world and avoid unnecessary anxiety about things beyond our influence. Practicing the rule of autonomy of the inner world involves the ability to take responsibility for our lives and decisions. It's not a call for isolation, but, on the contrary, an invitation to live consciously and responsibly in accordance with our own values and principles. Number 4, flexibility and adaptation. It tells us to be prepared for changes, to embrace them as an integral part of life, and to use each moment as an opportunity for personal development. The essence of this rule lies in understanding that many moments in life are beyond our control. We cannot change the past, control the actions of other people, or predict the future. However, we can always choose our reaction to these unpredictable events. A crucial rule of flexibility and adaptation is a call for flexible thinking. The Stoics teach us not to cling to specific expectations or ideas about how things should unfold. Flexibility of thinking means being open to changes and ready to reconsider our beliefs in the light of new circumstances. Flexibility and adaptation in Stoicism are not a call for the absence of goals or plans. On the contrary, the Stoics encourage setting goals with an understanding that the paths to achieving them may be nonlinear. Adaptation also involves the ability to find favorable aspects in variability. Stoics teach us to see opportunities in challenges, not just difficulties. When we acknowledge that variability is an inevitable part of life, we can learn lessons from each experience and use them for our growth. Number 5, reaction. Allowing emotions to control us or taking control of our reaction. This is the first step on the path to resilience, which undoubtedly becomes a powerful tool for overcoming life's challenges. Picture yourself in a situation that triggers stress or anxiety. Instead of reacting to these feelings automatically, Stoicism suggests a pause, a moment of internal self-control. Ask yourself, what can I change in this situation, and what is beyond my control? It's not a denial of emotions, but a conscious attempt to change our attitude towards events. Stoics don't urge us to become heartless or indifferent. They encourage us to perceive emotions as information that can help us better understand ourselves and the surrounding world. The reaction rule teaches us to see the moment between something happening and how we react to it. In this moment lies our freedom of choice, the choice of how we respond to life's challenges. It's the awareness of our emotions and liberation from their power. Stoics assert that we can't always control external circumstances, but we can always choose how to react to them. This doesn't mean indifference or emotional detachment. On the contrary, Stoicism calls for emotional intelligence, where we take responsibility for our reactions. This approach allows us to focus on the impact we can have, rather than expending energy on things beyond our ability to change. It liberates us from unnecessary stress and enables us to make decisions more consciously. Thus, the reaction rule brings an important lesson. We can be accountable for our reactions to the world by choosing mindfulness over automatic emotional responses. It frees us from the whims of external circumstances and empowers us to influence our inner world. Number 6, self-care. Harmonious interaction with the physical and emotional aspects of our lives forms the foundation for developing inner resilience and the ability to effectively manage our lives. In society, it may be misconstrued as egocentrism, but in Stoicism, it entails a conscious relationship with our inner world and physical well-being. This principle asserts that self-care is a necessary condition for effectively facing life's challenges and striving for well-being. At its core is the idea that by paying attention to our physical and emotional state, we strengthen our internal foundation. In turn, this makes us more resilient and capable of effectively responding to the challenges of the external world. The key component of this principle is taking care of physical health. Stoics teach us to see the close connection between physical and mental well-being. Regular physical exercise, healthy eating, and adequate sleep become integral parts of self-care. These are not just means to maintain physical health, but also tools for fortifying mental resilience. Number 7, rule of flexibility. This is not merely a survival strategy, it's a life philosophy. It beckons us to embody flexibility in our thoughts, emotions, and actions, gracefully adapting to changes while preserving our resilience. Flexibility in this context doesn't signify a lack of principles or the abandonment of our values. On the contrary, the ability to adapt without compromising our resilience involves the realization that we can't always control external circumstances. One way to cultivate flexibility is through the practice of embracing what remains unchangeable and mastering the art of letting go of what lies beyond our control. This is a pivotal principle of Stoic philosophy that empowers us to concentrate on what truly lies within our sphere of influence, sparing us from expending energy on fruitless attempts to alter what is beyond our reach. Flexibility in Stoicism also encompasses the skill of reevaluating our convictions and adjusting to new information. It doesn't entail blindly conforming to trends or circumstances, but rather the capacity to perceive the world in its diversity and, when necessary, reassess our perspective on a situation. Number 8, mind training embarks on a perpetual quest for knowledge and self-improvement. In Stoicism, it represents a systematic practice of cultivating one's inner world, focusing on thought, emotions, and reactions to the surrounding world. Stoics affirm that, much like we train our bodies to enhance physical fitness, it is equally crucial to train the mind to fortify inner resilience. The primary goal of mind training in Stoicism is the attainment of arete, or internal wisdom and excellence. The training process initiates with an awareness of our thoughts and emotions. Stoics teach us to be attentive to our internal reactions to events, to recognize them and, if necessary, channel them in the right direction. A key element of mind training in Stoicism is regular self-reflection. It involves reflecting on past actions, identifying mistakes, and seeking ways to improve. Stoics encourage us to keep a journal where we can record our thoughts, emotions, and reactions to various events. Mind training also encompasses the practice of ascesis, or self-discipline. Stoics assert that the ability to manage our passions and desires is the key to inner freedom. Practicing abstaining from unnecessary desires and exercising control over our behavior contributes to the development of resilience and willpower. Our advice: reading philosophical texts, delving into the sciences and arts, as well as engaging with intelligent individuals become tools for expanding our horizons and deepening our understanding of the world. Number 9, inner focus represents a concentration on what lies within our control, our thoughts, emotions, and decisions. This facet of Stoicism emphasizes the need to manage our internal world rather than worrying about what is beyond our control. Stoics teach us to focus on what we can change: our reactions, attitude towards events, and our own actions. This enables us to interact effectively with the world in alignment with our values. Focus involves working on our character and values. Stoics assert that true resilience and satisfaction come from establishing deep yet flexible principles that guide our lives. It also includes the practice of mindfulness. Stoics urge us to be attentive to our thoughts and emotions, to avoid automatic reactions and instead observe our inner world for better understanding. This Stoic principle is interconnected with the idea of accepting what is beyond our control. It teaches us to let go of unnecessary worries and concentrate on what we can genuinely change. Rather than expending energy on insurmountable circumstances, we focus on developing our internal qualities. Inner focus also implies working on our character and values. As you navigate the sea of tasks, remember to prioritize what truly resonates with your values and goals. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon not to miss our upcoming insightful explorations into Stoicism.